Great. So now I am putting this on record and it is on recording now. Great. Okay. So description for more than 30 scholarships, types of scholarships, and the process of achieving. Three objectives. Okay. Next. Let's start with the first story. The first story is Mr. Anurag Tiwari. He is from Uttar Pradesh and somebody who is very famous these days on YouTube because of the kind of scholarship that he got from the prestigious Cornell University. Let me tell you guys that he applied in the early stage of application, and that's where he could only apply to, he had to accept the Cornell's offer. But you also have to understand that he comes from a background which is totally different. I mean, he's from a family which is entirely into farming. Probably he's the first generation guy getting into graduation this year. Okay. And he scored a brilliant 98.2% in his CBSE. Okay. So he wrote his SAT, scored a brilliant SAT score, had very good extracurriculars, but his essays were fantabulous. And that's where he landed up at that scholarship. Okay. So, it's a top-notch Ivy League university, and getting 100% scholarship from Cornell is not going to be easy. Okay. But Anurag Tiwari managed to do it. So if he can, so can you. Okay. Second was Vivek. In fact, Vivek's most important statement that I got from Vivek was brilliant. I mean, he's probably the first in his family to board an aeroplane. Can you think of how humble the background is? Okay, but in spite of that, in spite of all the odds, this guy fought it back, and he went on to the prestigious Washington Lee University, Virginia. Okay, and he got on a financial aid. Okay, he got a total financial aid, right? So he's pursuing his sociology course there, right? So anybody who is from the humanities background or commerce background or science background, please understand that there are a lot of things that you actually can do which can make you land up at a very good scholarship. If people have told you that scholarships are something which are very difficult to achieve, I detest that. I really detest that. I'll share some amazing facts with you today, which will make you understand that achieving scholarships is actually easy. It's not that very difficult. You have to just be a little more energetic about it. That's the entire story. Okay. So let's begin with the type of scholarships. So basically, there are three or four types of scholarship. The first one is merit based. Most universities across the world, you would see they are offering merit based scholarship. Now, what does merit based means? Merit based actually means that how are you performing in your classes? What are your ranks in between class 9th to class 12th? What are your grades? What are your entrance scores? Like if you have taken the SAT 1 or SAT 2 or APs, what has been your performance? Also, what has been your performance in various Olympiads that you've participated in? Okay. So all of this constitutes the merit-based scholarship funder. Okay. So please understand, guys, that if somebody is telling you that class 11 score is important, it is actually important. Very important, in fact. Class 9th to 12th, all the scores are important. If you want to land up at a big scholarship which is merit based, it is evidently important. Second is need based scholarship. Now, what is need based scholarship? Need based scholarships are scholarships where students will mention that they have a need for a certain scholarship. They will present their financial documents, which is the obviously the parents' documents, and they would ensure that the university provides a scholarship. There are a lot of universities across the world which provide need-based scholarship. For example, university fee is 35 lakhs per annum. My family income is 30 lakhs per annum. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to afford this. So what might happen because of my profile, because of my past performances, I might get a scholarship which is round about say 5 to 10 odd lakhs. So the university tries to accommodate my financial need through a need-based scholarship, right? Then there are college specific scholarships. So college specific scholarship means particular colleges or universities so have certain amount of funds which they provide through scholarships. And then obviously there are brand based scholarships which are provided by a lot of companies. So we'll today talk about each of these scholarships and various variants of the scholarships. Okay, let's just go ahead. Merit based, some of the merit based scholarships that I want to talk about: Fulbright scholarships, one of the most famous scholarships in the world, provided in US and Canada. Okay, for Indian students, particularly for Indian students, Fulbright scholarships. For a postgrad level, they might offer Chevening scholarships, but at undergrad level, you might use the Fulbright scholarships. It is also known as Fulbright Nehru scholarships, in fact. Okay, and it is always for people who have done academically very nicely all throughout between class 9 to class 12. Okay, so if you have been an exemplary performer in between class 9 to class 12, where your grades and your rank have been equally very good, then in that case you might avail the Fulbright scholarship by applying. Okay. So certain universities, they have the Fulbright scholarship authorities. So what they do is they automatically adjudge you for it. Okay. Second is the STEM Women's Undergraduate Scholarship. Obviously, this is applicable for United States and for all those people who are applying to science, technology, engineering, and maths. For those kind of people, and particularly for the girls, this is a wonderful opportunity. So in order to promote STEM education amongst girls, this kind of a scholarship was brought in, and lot of young girls actually avail this kind of a scholarship. Again, you do not have to particularly apply for this scholarship. Okay, it is an automatically applied scholarship in which the university might judge you fit for the scholarship and you might avail the same. Third is Gates Cambridge Scholarship. Again, it's a academic based scholarship offered by Cambridge and the British Council IELTS Award for exemplary performance in the IELTS exam. So these are the four merit-based scholarships. Okay. Apart from that, there are a lot of college-based merit-based scholarships that we will discuss in the forthcoming slides. Okay. Okay. Some interesting facts. Yes, I wanted to start with this. In fact, yes, this is true that more than 40% people studying in the Ivy Leagues have financial aid. Now, what is the approximate fees in an Ivy League? Can anyone just go onto the Q&A section and just mention that what is the approximate fees without the scholarship? What is the approximate tuition fee in an Ivy League university? Can anyone just write there? Oh, great. Somebody has already notified on the Q&A section. 2-3 crores. I am saying it is per annum. What I'm asking for is per annum. Okay. 1 crore. Are you serious? Absolutely, Ojas. That is what the answer should be. 55 to 60 lakhs per year. That is what the university fee would be. 55 to 60 lakhs per year is what we are looking at. Okay. So in that case, if the fees is 55 to 60 lakhs, you will have to see that most of these Ivy Leagues, okay, they provide financial aids. Now, financial aid would mean that they would look at your financial circumstances and looking at your overall profile. If they find you to be a very lucrative student, you might avail scholarship. But here the fact remains that more than 40 to 60% people are availing the scholarship. That means people who do not have enough money but have very good profile are great subjects for top universities. Okay, are great subjects for top universities. So don't worry about your financial condition. Go out and apply. The scholarship will come if you have the right story behind you. This was something that I was willing to talk about for a very long time. Most people across the world, they think, that, applying abroad means spending a lot of money, doing, a lot of expense. That's not true always. You have to know that which university provides what kind of scholarship. And if you're applying to the correct university, looking at your profile, you will achieve scholarships. Okay. In fact, at Stanford, wow, one of the oldest Ivy League, one of the oldest universities in the world, 240 undergrad students out of 649, okay, international students, out of 649 international students, 240 students received financial aid in 2018-19. 2018-19, 240 people out of 640 international students received financial aid. Amazing numbers. Obviously, with these people who are going to Stanford has great profiles, right? But financially, they might not be that great. Does that mean their dreams end there? No, it does not. In fact, it starts right there. Okay. So again, Yale, if you look at it, or Princeton, if you look at it, so they say that if you have more than 45 lakhs as family income, or less than 45 lakhs, sorry, less than 45 lakhs as family income, you would get more than 100% scholarship. Yes, that's true. Yale, Princeton, Brown, Dartmouth, Harvard, all of these Ivy League institutions, they go by this policy, right? So all those people who have families which are earning less than 45 lakhs, blessed you are, right? You have the power in your hands. Now go ahead, work on your profile, apply, and things will happen. In fact, at MIT, 35% students are not paying any tuition fee. Wow, great. The engineering major, the top-notch university of the world, the best in the world, in fact, for that matter. Students not paying tuition fee, can you just imagine? Right? This does not really happen in India, for that matter. Right? Okay. So we go ahead and, okay. So this is some brand-based scholarships. Uh, I would start with the Google one. The first one, the Google Lime Scholarship, guys, is for our specially abled friends. So if there is somebody that you know who is specially abled and would like to study further, then they might avail the Google Lime scholarships. In fact, these scholarships are also only for people who are going to United States. So if there is somebody in your family or in your known or in your friend circle who is specially abled and is looking for some scholarships and wanting to study in United States, they can look at the Google Lime scholarship. I think, as a part of responsibility, we should try and help these kind of people around us. Okay. So please spread the information, right? Generation Google. So now this is again for people who are computer enthusiasts and would like to study computer science in America. Okay, so this is meant for them. The third one is not valid for you. Okay, it is more for students who are studying in the campus. Okay, I believe we have some questions here that have been posted. Let me just check. Is it 10,000 USD per annum or for whole year, 4 years? It is renewable 10,000 USD per annum. It is renewable 10,000 USD per annum. Now, when I say renewable, that means you have to keep up your performance every year. On the basis of your academic performance, you will renew the scholarship. Okay. I hope that answered the question. Somebody is again asking for the phone number. Mr. Sanjay Dua, the phone number is 828795672. Okay, 828795672. Right? Okay, great. Good. Let's go ahead. Okay, some scholarships from India itself. So here, College Board, which organizes the SAT, AP, and ACT exams, they have announced something which is a College Board India Scholarship Program. So according to this, if there is a family which has an income which is less than 4 lakhs per annum, and you want to take the SAT exam with some scholarship, they will offer a 90% scholarship. 90% scholarship for people who have less than 4 lakh rupee as annual income. Okay. So you have to be a resident of India, student can be in class 11th or 12th, and your family income is less than 4 lakhs. That is the condition. Okay. So in case you know somebody of this nature, somebody of this, with this problem, please help them, encourage them, tell them to give the SAT exam because they will get a 90% discount. Okay. Another brand based scholarship, which is the Tata Scholarship. So guys, now I would request more and more people to apply for Cornell. Okay, if you think you are the right fit for Cornell, if you have the right probable profile for Cornell, go ahead and apply for the Tata Scholarship as well. So how this works? So let's say I apply to Cornell and I get an offer letter from them. Okay. After receiving the offer letter, you need to apply to the Tata Fund for getting the scholarship. So every year, approximately 20 students from India, both at the undergrad as well as the postgrad, they avail this scholarship for getting into Cornell. Okay. So please guys, don't worry about funds. They are easily available. They are widely available. There is no problem as such. All you need to understand is that you need to be aware about these kind of things. Okay. So please guys, if you are planning to apply to Cornell, don't worry about the funds. Once you get the offer letter, please write to Tata. They will provide you with 100% tuition fee scholarship. Okay. So please go and avail this. Okay, finally I come to UBC. Now this is University of British Columbia based in Canada. They have this wonderful Leader of Tomorrow award. Now this might be a Leader of Tomorrow award, but this is totally a merit-based scholarship. This is totally a merit-based scholarship where they are looking at your academic performance. They are looking at your academic performance as well as your financial need. Okay, so as well as your financial need, right? So on both fronts they look at you, and basically the financial need is determined by totaling the tuition fees, living cost, and subtracting the financial contribution of your family. Okay, so they take into consider the three things: tuition fees, living cost, and they subtract it from your total family income. Okay, so that is what they do to you, and you may renew the scholarship up to 3 additional years. So it is not only once, you can actually renew the scholarship for 3 consecutive years. Okay, so that's also brilliant that first year तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, उसके बाद 3 साल और ये renew भी होएगा. Okay, so that's also brilliant, right? So University of British Columbia, based in Vancouver, Canada, one of the top choices for people who want to study economics, or who want to study psychology or sociology or political science, international relations. For them, this is a wonderful, wonderful, opportunity. It's a top ranked university of the world, and definitely people should apply. Okay, great. Next. Yeah, University of Toronto. Now, of late, I have been hearing from a lot of people that Canada में बहुत ज़्यादा scholarship नहीं मिलता. That's not true. Look at this, University of Toronto, the Scholar Award. It is the Mississauga campus. Okay, they have a couple of campuses, I hope you know. So if you look at the Mississauga campus, they offer 2 scholarships. Okay, and this is for exceptional international students, obviously. So it is based on academic achievement. That's where I said your class 9 to class 12 performances are extremely important. In fact, if you're applying to Canada, you have to understand your class 10th, 11th, and 12th. All three are exceptionally important. They basically look at your 10th, 11th, and 12th. And if you are found to be eligible, you might get up to $180,000, which is $45,000 every year for a period of 4 years. Now you get the scholarship. Okay, so that's a humongous amount for that matter. In fact, they have another scholarship which is a guaranteed entrance scholarship. Okay, so this is for all domestic and international students with the admitted average listed below. So this is a guaranteed scholarship. So if you get something about 95% and above, okay, then you get $12,000, which is $3,000 every year, renewable for a period of 4 years. But if you get anything between 90 to 94%, you will get a non-renewable scholarship of $2,000 to $3,000. Okay. So please, guys, if you're thinking of applying to Canada, don't think that they will not give you scholarships. As is being popularly circulated that Canadian universities do not provide scholarship, it is not so. In the course of our discussion, I'll also show a certain other scholarships in Canada which are based on merit. Okay. Okay, we have some questions here, I believe. Let me just check out. What is exceptional academic performance, Pari Khanna? Okay, Pari, we mean normally what is exceptional in terms of CBSE, probably scoring somewhere around 95% and above. That is something I would call as exceptional performance. Or probably you can just compare yourself with the rest of the crowd in your classroom and see where you are placed. So that also matters if you're from a different board for that matter. Okay, right. I hope that answered the question. Great. Okay, let's move ahead. This is Carleton University, again in Canada. You can see that they provide more than 12,000 scholarships, totaling over $23 million. And if you score more than 80%, okay, you might be considered for a renewable entrance scholarship. Okay, might be considered for a renewable entrance scholarship. And it would be somewhere around five to $8,000 per annum, okay, for scoring more than 80% or better. Okay, so 80% is base minimum, huh? 80% is base minimum and it's a cakewalk for people who are in CBSE. But for the rest also, if you're scoring more than 80% and if you're found fit for the scholarship, you might get a renewable entrance scholarship. Okay. Another question has arrived. Let me just check. Okay. Are there scholarships held for field of arts in Singapore? Yes, there are. Yes, there are. There are. Definitely there are. In fact, I'll give you an example, Gunika. Last year, one of my students who applied to United States for a design-based course, he got a $35,000 scholarship from University of Arts, California. Okay. So, any university in the world, if they find a talented individual who can impress the rest of the lot, who can impress the rest of the peer group, who can be an example for the rest of the peer group. So these kind of people will avail scholarship from any particular university. It's just that it might be a financial aid at times, it might be a scholarship, it might be a merit-based scholarship, it might be a need-based scholarship, it might be a need-blind scholarship. Anything of that nature might happen. Okay. So go ahead and apply. That's what the news is. Okay, University of Waterloo. Now, University of Waterloo has a President Scholarship, which is for people scoring more than 85%. So if you're scoring more than 85%, then you might avail this particular scholarship. Again, this is in between $5,000 to $8,000 and it's a renewable entrance scholarship. So you will not get it for once. You can actually keep on renewing it every year. Okay, guys. So this is quite important for you to know that most of these scholarships are renewable entrance scholarships. I've still not majorly entered into the US scholarships, which is the biggest part of this particular topic today, where we will talk of tons of scholarships and very big scholarships for that matter. So at the moment, I'm trying to cover as many countries as I can because once I start US, the entire story goes towards US only, right? Okay, but before I go further, I would just like to ask my crowd here that how is it going? During these webinars, it is very difficult because we don't get to see you, we don't get to hear you, we don't understand, how you are feeling. So if you guys can just go onto the Q&A section and just mention that how is it going? Is it boring? Is it interesting? Any other feelings that you have? If you can just share on the Q&A section, it would be a tremendous value add for me. I will be able to understand that, what is the direction that we are moving in, how we should progress and the rest of the things. Okay, some people are already sharing their options. Great. Okay. Thank you, Pari. Okay, some other people. Okay. Pari, if you can just keep on asking questions, I can be a little more specific. Thank you, Anya. Thank you, Ayushi. Pari, just keep raining the questions, keep dropping as much questions as you want. Please feel free to do that. Great. Good to interact with you people. I mean, amazing. Okay. So when you're asking about some specific scholarships which are not mentioned in this particular presentation today. So I would request that in those cases, you might as well ask for a personal appointment with me. Okay, so that will be a better way to discuss these particular university scholarships. Today, with a certain mindset, I've picked up these 30 scholarships. In case you're willing to know about a particular scholarship which is not mentioned here, I would request you to ask for a personal meeting. So all you have to do is just go to the Q&A section and say personal meeting with Ritesh needed. So all those people who are writing that, you will be contacted by my team member Anjali, and you'll be given an appointment. Once you have an appointment, then we can sit together along with your parents and discuss the probability of a scholarship and the various nuances about it. Okay. So it will be a good discussion based on the web. Okay. You don't have to come to our office. We can do it online also, and it is not chargeable at all. Okay. So anyone who needs a personal counseling, please come and mention on the Q&A section. Okay. Mr. Sanjay Dua, we will not be able to provide any information on email. It is very cumbersome to do so. So I would request that if you can ask for a personal meeting, I think we can do it verbally. Ojas, can we apply for multiple scholarships at once? That's a good question. Yes, we can, Ojas. We can. Okay. Great. Okay, Prari is already a Pratham student. That's great. Thank you, Adya. If my scores in ninth are not so good, but every year it is increasing at a fast pace, can I get into a top-notch university in USA? I'm into sports too. Yes, you can. I will not take your name. But yes, my friend, this is a very good question to ask. Mistakes might happen in anybody's or life for that matter. Your scores might go down because of health reasons or because of multiple other reasons. That does not stop you from getting scholarships. That does not. And in fact, you're into sports, your scores are improving. So obviously we can press hard for scholarships. Definitely we can do that. Now it all depends on how your counselor or how you are writing your recommendation letters or your SOPs. What is your counselor writing for you? What is your teacher writing for you? What have you written in your SOP? That will affect the decision of scholarship now. So you have to be very careful about who is handling your applications, right? In that case, are we awarded multiple scholarship at once? No, you cannot get multiple scholarships. You will avail one. You will avail one. You can apply to many, but you will avail one. Okay. Thank you, Divyanshi. We will definitely connect with you. Okay. Are there scholarships more for more people inclined towards ECs and leadership positions? I will come to this. Wait, just hold on to your nerves. You'll get amazed. You'll get shocked as to what number of scholarships are inside, are for ECs and leadership positions. No, Gunika, these scholarships do not require any agreement to work with some local company for fixed durations. That happens in Singapore, and that is not a scholarship. That is called pledge, where your tuition fee gets reduced, and you have to work for the government and pay back the tuition fee that they have reduced. Okay, so that arrangement is only in Singapore, and that's not a scholarship. That's a pledge that you sign. Okay, that is a different platform altogether, right? Okay, I've answered some questions. Probably the rest of the questions can be answered later. Let's discuss more scholarships. University of Winnipeg Presidential Scholarship, another 5,000 Canadian dollars, 80% marks, and that's it. You might get this. So minimum 80% marks. The call is minimum 80% marks. So don't अपने दिमाग में ऐसा मत बिठा लो कि 80 बोला है तो 80 लाना है. सर ने बोला ना 80 लाने का, 80 लाएगा तो 5,000 मिल जाएगा, तो पढ़ना क्यों है? फेंक दो किताबें. No, it's not like that. ठीक है? It is minimum 80%. You can score as much as you want. Okay? और $5,000 बहुत छोटा अमाउंट होता है. तुम्हें अगर उससे ज्यादा चाहिए तो 95% से ज्यादा स्कोर करो ना. तो यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ टोरंटो मिसिसिगा वाला जो स्कॉलरशिप था वो हमको मिल सकता है ना, राइट? So there can be a lot of other scholarships also if you score more, right? Okay, University of Toronto, another scholarship, which is the Lester B. Pearson International Scholarship Program. So now this is for somebody who is a high achiever in academic and creative pursuits. Academic and creative pursuits. So if you're a theater artist, if you're a drama artist, if you're a singer, if you're a musician, if you're doing anything in terms of creativeness like painting, sketching, probably you can think of this scholarship. Apart from that, you have to be an academic achiever. Plus, you also have to show your learning and intellectual exploration enthusiasm. That means do a lot of courses beyond CBSE, do a lot of courses beyond your curriculum. Okay. Use those online resources and learn as many things as you want to about the intended course that you want to do. For example, I want to get into astrophysics. Can I take up some exceptional courses from say Harvard CS50 or probably MIT Open Courseware and do a few courses from there? Or probably I can go to Coursera and take up a few courses. That will show my enthusiasm about intellectuality. Also, strong leadership skills are needed. So this is a scholarship which is an overall scholarship. It is looking at your overall profile. They need strong leadership skills, they need good academic score, they need creative pursuits, they need learning, intellectuality, they need enthusiasm towards learning. Okay, so all of that is needed, all of that is needed. Okay, so I mean, if you have to understand that what a kind of people get accepted at top universities, you'll have to look at the requirement of this particular scholarship. Okay, this is a wonderful scholarship. It covers your entire tuition fee, your incidental fee, your books, and living cost as well, and that too for a period of 4 years. Studying at University of Toronto would mean it would cost you somewhere around 27 lakhs to 34 lakhs per annum. If someone can cover that cost, oh my god, you are brilliant. So all those people who have been in good leadership positions, have strong academics, are good in terms of creativity, and have done a lot of courses beyond CBSC, go ahead, apply for this scholarship. Okay. In fact, this is an automatic scholarship again. So, the university will inform you that you are found to be eligible for this particular scholarship. Okay. And they will ask you to apply for it. Okay. So once you apply, then they judge you again, and then finally they offer the scholarship. Okay. Okay. Some questions have arrived. Let me just check. Okay. How will the leadership skills be judged? Very good question. Leadership skills would be judged by looking at what you did as a leader. What kind of group did you handle? What challenges did you face? So these are things that they judge. These are the three major things. How much is this scholarship worth? Entire tuition fee, incidental fee, books, everything gets covered, my friend. Everything gets covered. Okay. So I hope both the questions got answered. That were the two questions, in fact, that was asked. Anything else that anybody needs? Please feel free to ask as many questions as you want. Okay, this is a small scholarship, Mobility Seeker. It's a $2,000 scholarship, but anything that comes, it doesn't hurt us. So it is offered by a company called Mobility Seeker. You have to do a lot for getting this. You have to have more than 3.2 GPA. Okay, that means more than 80%. Apart from that, you have to have written an essay which is of 3,000 words, and you also have to submit a poem which is between 900 to 1,000 words. Okay, the topics for the same have been given here. You can just check them out. Okay, so if you are not being able to create any other scholarship for yourself, why not look at these kind of scholarships? So there are a lot of companies like FastWeb. There is a specific company called FastWeb, which asks you to write several essays. And for each essay, there are several kind of scholarships. So you can accumulate those kind of scholarships and accumulate a huge fund also. So these are outside the college scholarships. Okay. These are openly available on the internet as well. So please do check out of these kind of scholarships. Okay. Empower Finance, again for people who are going to United States, okay, and you are applying for various kind of programs there. Because of your academic achievements, you might get an Empower scholarship. RMIT, top-notch university in Australia, they also offer a scholarship which is a financial assistance, in fact, towards your first year of study. That means it will not be renewable. It will be only for 1 year, the first year, okay. So basically it is majorly academic based, okay. It is academic based and it is a top-notch university. The fees is quite high. So in case if you even avail for a 1 year scholarship, I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind that, right? Rest people, do you have any more questions? Please feel free to write it on the Q&A section. Okay, now ANU, another Australian university which offers scholarships for everybody who is applying from their finance department, which is finance actuarial studies department. Okay, it's a $10,000 per annum scholarship. $10,000 per annum. That means it's a renewable scholarship. Okay, and it is given up to 15 students, which are high achievers in terms of academics. Okay, so this is also something that you can look at. So if you are studying at Australia, or if you're looking to study in Australia, your average, expenditure is around about 20 to 25 lakhs in terms of tuition fee. So out of that, if you can get a $10,000 scholarship in Australia, that is almost 50%. So that's a huge amount, in fact, and that's also renewable, right? Again, this is academic based, right? Okay. Okay, University of Sydney. Now, University of Sydney, $40,000 scholarship, up to $40,000. Okay, you have to get an offer from University of Sydney, and you have to be an international student for that. And you have to apply for the CRICO's registered coursework degree. So it has to be a registered coursework degree. Most of the university, courses that are offered are CRICO's registered. So don't worry about that. You have to get in. That is the most important thing. If you're a strong achiever out of the people who are getting accepted, then probably you might get a scholarship, which is more than $40,000. Okay. Okay. Okay, now University of Glasgow, they also offer a lot of scholarship. Last year, they gave more than 100 undergraduate excellence scholarship, okay, which is 5,000 pounds per year of study. 5,000 pounds per year of study, that's good amount of money. And again, it is for people who have excellent academic achievement before starting the university. Okay, so 5,000 pounds waiting for you at University of Glasgow, which is in Scotland. Okay, so if you are willing to study something like a food science, this university is pretty good. Okay, APIA. Now, what is APIA? Now, APIA is for Asian students. Okay, it is for Asian students. So, somebody who is below the poverty line. Okay, if you can prove that you are living below the poverty line or low socio-economic status, then probably you might get it. Also, you are the first in your family to attend a college, and uh, basically a strong emphasis is on community service, leadership, as well as academic achievement. So in spite of being from a very humble background and from an Asian background, if you are doing these kind of leadership skill, if you have leadership achievements, if you have strong community service behind you, then you might apply for this scholarship. I'll just go and have a look at the question that you've raised. Okay. I'll please come on the Q&A section and raise your question. Okay. Now we come to profile-based scholarships. We've talked a lot about academic-based scholarships. Now we'll talk more about profile-based scholarships. Now you'll see that, suddenly the amount of these scholarships would be very, very surprising. The amounts which they will throw at you might be full tuition fee, might be more than the tuition fee. So please understand that apart from academics, profile is important in two ways. One, for getting through the admission process, getting or cracking the admission process, and second is getting scholarships. Okay. Ahil, if you have a question, raise it on the Q&A section. We will not unmute anybody today. Okay. So the first one, Danforth Scholars Program. Now, Danforth Scholars Program is offered by the University of Washington at St. Louis. Okay. Now, it is either full tuition fee or half tuition fee or $2,500 as stipend. Okay. Again, it is given to people who have strong commitment towards the community and have very good leadership skills. So entirely, they're not talking about academics here. It is entirely leadership and community service. So guys, if you have not started working on your profile as of now, if you do not have a clue as to what to do about it, please feel free to connect with us. I'm constantly saying that if you are getting excited about after learning about these scholarships, but you do not know that how to achieve them, what to do in your profile, please connect with me personally. Just go onto the Q&A section and say personal session with Ritesh needed. That's it. Okay. Same university, they offer another scholarship called the Anika Rodriguez Scholarship Program. Again, this is for people who demonstrate academic and leadership achievements. Okay. So it can be again full tuition or 2,500 stipend or half tuition fee. So there are two different funds available with the same university. Two different funds available with the same university. Okay. So you guys can have a look at this. Okay. I think there were some more questions raised. Let me check. Okay, great. Okay, fine. Okay, this is by NUS, one of the most expensive universities in Singapore, but one of the highest ranked universities in the world. So if you want to study science and technology at at an undergrad level at NUS, and if you are Asian, if you have excellent co-curricular and strong leadership potential, then and obviously academic results, then this scholarship might come to you. Okay. Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess what is the amount that they would provide you at NUS for this kind of a scholarship? Just guess the amount. Please do the guesswork on the Q&A section. Okay. Full tuition. Okay. Somebody said full tuition. Hmm. Okay. Somebody else also has said 100% with living cost. Okay. Let's see. So it is at full tuition fee, $6,000 annual living cost, $200 one-time settling allowance, and one-way airfare. What else do you want? What else do you want? But I think for people who are achievers of this nature, who have strong academics, strong leadership, strong extracurriculars, they deserve this kind of a scholarship. All that hard work has to pay off, right? So that is why, I always tell people who are in their class 9th, 10th, or 11th that this is the time to work hard on yourself. If you do the hard work, if you do go that extra mile, these kind of things will happen. These are not fairy tales, guys. These scholarships are meant to be given. Okay. And they are being given every year. But what are you doing in terms of your profile is the story. Is the story. Okay. So I would request all people to kindly adhere to their profiles very strongly. Also look at your academics all the while. Do whatever you want, but do care about your profile. Look at as many events as you can participate. Look at internships. Look at social work opportunities. Look at research papers. Look at community service. Do as much as you can. If you are a musician, if you're an artist, do go out and perform. Perform online. Find means to perform. Teach others. Only then probably you will be able to achieve these kind of things, right? The Rhodes Scholarship, the oldest scholarship in the world, offered by University of Oxford. It is a £15,900 stipend, but offered to whom? Offered to people who have brilliant leadership skills. Brilliant leadership skills. Okay. Most prestigious international scholarship, actually. The people who get the Rhodes scholarship and get admission at Oxford, most of them work as assistant to their professors. So extra earning, you get all kinds of facilities. 15,900 pounds of stipend, can you imagine? It is humongous amount. And the scholarship is valid for 2 years of your study. So out of the 3 years, you get the scholarship for 2 years. Okay. Okay. Last but not the least, American, this is American University Emerging Global Leader Scholarship. Again, it is a full billable AU scholarship. That means an American university, whatever expense you will have there, you'll get everything. But what is required? You need to have a 3.8 GPA. Okay. So close to 97, 98% marks. Okay. Plus you have to have leadership, community service, volunteerism. So every other scholarship now which we are looking at is asking for leadership, community service, volunteerism. So that means these three activities are extremely important to be in your profile, right? Obviously, they are also asking for a TOEFL, which is not a very big score, a 95 plus, which is okay, easily achievable. But 3.8 GPA, that can be a challenge with all the leadership, community service, and volunteership. So there you also need some kind of a mentoring, that how do I manage very strong academics along with these kind of work? So you need to have a mentor who can do the scheduling for you, keep you motivated, give you the right set of tasks, give you the right direction. And that is what I do as a person. Okay. That is what I do. Okay. So please feel free to connect with me for these kind of questions. Okay. Now we have one more question here, which has just arrived. Let me see. How do we convert GPA to CBSE percentage? Basically, what you do is GPA is out of 4, man. Okay. It is just out of 4. So you know how to calculate, right? You can even go to Google and ask how to convert GPA to CBSE. You'll find formulas there. Okay. I'm very bad with mathematics for that matter. So don't ask me mathematical questions. Okay. Clark University Presidential Leap Scholarship. Now, this is an American university. This scholarship is awarded to 5 students every year. It's a full tuition on campus room and boarding scholarship, regardless of the family's financial needs. It requires you to write 2 essays, okay, and the deadline is February 1. Okay, so before February 1 you'll have to apply. So anybody who's in class 12th, you still have time for this one. Okay, so if you want to apply, you can go ahead and do it. Again, if you look at Clark University, it is normally offered to people who have tremendous academic achievements, leadership, and very strong profile. Okay, so you need to be an achiever out and out in order to get these kind of scholarships. So as you can see, it is awarded only to 5 people every year. So obviously 5 people तो बहुत कम है, but जो मिल रहा है वो बहुत ज्यादा है. So वो हर किसी को तो नहीं मिल सकता. ठीक है? Okay. Another question. More scholarships in the UK. Ojas, I will. Whatever scholarship is available, I will. I have told you about the Oxford scholarship. I'll tell you about a couple of more scholarships. I've told you about Glasgow. I've told you about Oxford. I'll tell you about one more. ठीक है. यूके में थोड़ा स्कॉलरशिप का इशू है ओजस. बहुत कम स्कॉलरशिप्स ऑफर्ड होते हैं वहां पर. ठीक है. और इस वक्त तो मुझे लगता है स्कॉलरशिप निकालना बहुत मुश्किल होगा वहां पे, बिकॉज ऑफ द सिचुएशन, द ब्रेक्सिट एंड एवरीथिंग एल्स. उनकी इकोनॉमिक हालत बहुत ग्रेट नहीं है. Okay, but still whatever scholarships are available we'll definitely discuss. Okay. Parth, in USA, to show them that you have done a social work, will a YouTube channel dedicated for community service work, or it should be a certified reputed NGO? Both works. Both works. I like the first idea more, Parth. I like the first idea more. So if you have something like that, please do share. I'll just advertise it here on this platform so that you get more users, more subscribers for that matter. So please do share that. But in case you're planning to do something like the Parth, this would be an amazing idea. This would be an amazing idea. Okay. Okay. Now, next, need blind institutions in US. So if you're planning for US, and why you should not, you should definitely plan for US when they provide the maximum amount of scholarship in the world. I told you in the beginning that Yale provides scholarships to people who have less than 45 lakhs of family income. And you might get 100% there. Princeton does it, Harvard does it, Brown does it. So if the Ivies can provide you scholarship, why not the others? And why you should not apply? Why you should be worried about the financial cost? This certain thought process is a new thought process in my mind also. Where I've come out very strongly saying that, more and more people should actually apply to United States, because look at the kind of scholarships that these guys offer. Obviously, you'll have to take the SAT for this. Oh no, that's okay. That's fine. We will take the SAT. We'll take that challenge. But overall, the kind of profile that you will create for applying to USA will be a eye-catchy thing for all other universities of the world. So ये तो मतलब एक पत्थर से दो निशाने हो जाते हैं. I prepare for a good top-notch US university and I end up applying to a couple of universities in Canada, UK, etc. मुझे हर जगह से स्कॉलरशिप आ रहा है. क्या मजा आएगा बताओ? बहुत मजा आएगा, है ना? हो सकता है ये चीज. Absolutely हो सकता है. Okay. So what are the need blind institutions? Now, need blind institutions provide 100% scholarship. So MIT does it, Harvard, Princeton, Yale does it, and Amherst College does it. These are the 5 need blind institutions. They don't care that what is your financial need. They look at your profile, they give you the scholarship. Okay. So these are the only 5 need blind institutions in US. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm just a moment, just a moment. I'm so sorry. Just give me a moment.